So today I've got my hands on another super powerful mini PC. This is the Minisforum UM690 Venus series. Now priced from only $499 for bare bones, which means you can just add your own RAM and storage, or $649 for the 16 plus 512 variant, which I have here. Very good specifications as well. But before all of that, let's first of all check out what you get inside the box. In the box you will find a user manual. We've got some rubber attachments. It looks like it's got a sticky back. So you're getting a SATA adapter so you can connect your own 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. We've got a metal VESA mount with a bunch of screws so you can hide the mini PC neatly behind your monitor. We've got an HDMI cable. We've got a cool looking stand which is made from metal, and the inside has this rubber insert so you don't scratch the actual mini PC. And the mini PC can just stand like so. So using it vertical will save you even more space. And you also get a power supply, so large laptop style power supply included. And last but certainly not least, the mini PC itself. So quickly run through the specs. This mini PC is powered by the AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX, clocked at 3.3 GHz and up to 4.9 GHz turbo. For graphics, we have the AMD Radeon 680M integrated. You've got 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 512 gig M.2 SSD drive. You've got 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 512 gigs M.2 SSD drive. You have space to add a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. This features Wi-Fi 6E. You've got a 2.5 gigabit per second LAN. This does support Bluetooth 5.2 with USB4. This comes with Windows 11 Professional pre-installed. Now this also supports triple display output. So 2 HDMI ports capable of outputting to 4K 60, and you have one USB4 which can output up to 8K at 60 Hz. You have quite an advanced cooling system as well, consisting of dual heat sinks, liquid metal instead of thermal paste. You've got a smart cooling fan with 360 air vents. So there are vents going all the way around. You've got 4 vents on the case. 2 vents take in cool air, and then the other 2 vents blow out the hot air. So that's supposed to give you really good airflow, and I can't wait to put that into action to see if the system does run cool, especially when we test our AAA games a little bit later in the video. The mini PC has this very interesting rigid design, and you've got this silver metal piece in the corner with the Minisforum logo. Now on the front we have our clear CMOS hole. Then you've got a physical power button. We've got a 3.5mm combo jack. Then you've got your USB4 port. You've got a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port for data only. And if we keep going, nothing on this side. And on the back, we've got Kensington lock at the top, power socket. We've got a 2.5 gigabit per second LAN. And you can see we've got 4 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports. And then you've got your 2 4K HDMI outputs between them. If we keep going, nothing on this side. And that brings us back to the front. And here is a quick look at the bottom of the mini PC. Okay, so this is where we check out the internals. If I remove the rubber feet from this side, there is a screw quite deep inside there. So you've got to remove the larger rubber feet. So 2 large and 2 small. So that explains what these spares are in the box. So when you remove these off, you lose a bit of stickiness. You've got some spares. Okay, so let's get these open. So now you need a small flat tool where you can get in on the edges, and then it comes off quite easily after that. So no need to worry about any wires, nothing is connected. So there is space here, so you can attach a 2.5-inch SATA drive. We had the SATA cable, which is here. So this is basically going to connect into here. That clicked in nicely. That's the SATA cable for the hard drive. Hook up your hard drive in this section and you screw it on secure, and then you'll be able to connect the hard drive up to the SATA connection. So we've got Kingston branded dual channel RAM. The configuration is 8 GB times 2 to give us 16 gigs of RAM, and that is dual channel DDR5 RAM. So over here you can see your 512 GB M.2 SSD drive. It's got some thermal strips attached to it, and you've got this ribbon going all the way around on both sides. So I'm not about to remove that to see the brand, but that is basically your easy options to upgrade. So without any further ado, I'm going to get this all set up. We're going to install a whole bunch of games and apps on this, and we're going to find out exactly how good this mini PC performs. I'll be right back. So first of all, we ran a boot up speed test, and this mini PC took 18 seconds to fully load from a cold start. And this is the full version of Windows 11 Professional, and I am connected to my 1080p capture card. So my desktop resolution is currently set to 1080p, but you can of course hook this up to a 4K or even 8K display. Now let's have a quick look at system properties. So as you can see, it's Windows 11 Professional with the AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX. That's 3.3 GHz, 16 gigs of RAM, 64-bit OS, and it's already activated and ready to use. System storage info, we have 500 gigs of internal storage, from which 474 gigs are usable, and I've already downloaded a lot of games and software, so I'm left with 114 gigs free. And the second drive you see is my 128 gig flash drive, which contains all my 4K samples, which we are going to test right now. So let's go ahead and play some 4K video samples from a USB drive and see how this thing performs. So first video, high bitrate 4K Jellyfish demo. That's 160 megabits per second, and as you can see, it's playing fine. Also, I tested out the 180 megabits per second video, and that also played fine, nice and smooth with no issues. And the real test, 400 megabits per second high bitrate Jellyfish demo, plays super smooth, no issues here. I also tried playing some 4K 60 with HDR samples, which also played back super smooth, no issues. And just quickly add, HDR content plays fine as long as you connect to a compatible monitor. And this mini PC does play a wide range of different 4K file types, including HDR formats. Right, so moving on to some video streaming on YouTube, and yes, it does support 4K 60 HDR, and streaming quality and performance is top notch. So let's just go ahead and play a bunch of trailers.
Let's go.
Why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy.
Never mind those big rocks.
But I feel her.
So next up, I loaded Netflix from the web browser, and I was able to stream a maximum of 1080p as I am connected to a 1080p capture card. If you connect to a 4K screen, you'll be able to stream 4K HDR with Dolby Atmos. Same with Amazon Prime Video, full HD streaming from my capture card and 4K from my TV. Other streaming services will also support the maximum resolution of your display. So moving on to some gaming, starting off with GTA V, and here are the graphics settings. So resolution set to 1080p 60Hz and graphics set to normal. And as you can see, the game plays quite nicely, achieving an average of 82 frames per second with the TDP reaching at around 45 watts. And just to see what happens, I switched the graphics to very high and still managed to achieve over 60 FPS with the TDP reaching to around 53 watts.
Michael, I'm looking through my appointment book and I don't see your name.
Yeah, well, I'm more of a walk-in guy, Doc. You know that.
So next up, Forza Horizon 5. You can see the graphics settings, resolution 1080p, VSync is off, and the graphics are set to high by default. And you can see we're achieving around 57 frames per second peak and around 53 frames per second average. Game looks and plays quite amazing. Maybe drop the graphics down to medium and improve that frame rate, but as it is, that's not bad at all.
Outtrack the storm! No sigue adelante! Keep going!
So next game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 1080p resolution, VSync is off, and the graphics set to balanced. And we are achieving an average of around 64 FPS, with the TDP reaching at around 44 watts, and we are playing, of course, online multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2 looks and plays surprisingly well. I'm very happy with the results of this game. So next up we are testing WWE 2K22, and here are the graphics settings. So 1080p resolution, 60Hz, texture quality set to standard, and everything else is set to medium. And as you can see, the game plays very well with a steady 60 FPS. So all in all, this mini PC handles AAA PC games at high or medium graphics and gives you an overall great experience.
Just inviting this combat. Come on into the Warrior's realm, where nightmares are the best part of his day. And this one is over.
So that brings us to our benchmarks, beginning with Geekbench single core score of 1578 and multi-core score of 9317. And in the AnTuTu benchmark test, we achieved a score of 1,017,073. And furthermore, here is your CPU benchmark score by Passmark. So it achieved just over 25,000. So let's see how that compares with the other mini PCs of this year. So here is my top performing mini PC chart for 2022, allowing you to see which mini PCs perform the best, and also lets you compare the specs, features and the prices. And these are all ranked by overall benchmark results. So as you can see, the Minisforum's UM690 has taken the top position on this chart with its high AnTuTu and Geekbench multi-core scores, making this the new most powerful mini PC we have tested on this channel so far. So definitely excited to see which new mini PC will take over that top position. And you can view the full versions of all my charts online at chixtech.com and read them at your leisure. So there you have it, guys. That was the Minisforum UM690 Venus series. This one surpassed my expectations, not in performance as I was already expecting this to be a beast, but the design was quite impressive. I really like how you can mount this on a vertical stand. It saves so much space and it looks ultra cool on your desk. The cooling system is absolutely spot on. No matter what I did on this mini PC, no matter how long I gamed playing AAA titles, there was no overheating issues at all. The 4 vents around the unit work really well. 2 inlets and 2 outlets. Brilliant idea. I think all mini PCs should adopt this idea. System remains cool throughout. I actually enjoyed gaming on this. It achieves a slightly higher TDP than the most recent Beelink GTR6, going up to around 54 watts. It might even go a little bit higher. And when I saw this, I was a bit worried that it might cause overheating, but the cooling system handled it really well. So you're getting ample of connectivity, triple 4K display output, and the option for 8K via the USB4 port. Really nice to have USB 4, and all the extra USB 3 Gen 2 ports are amazing. Maybe one front USB A port would have been quite convenient, but I'm not complaining. There are plenty of ports available on this thing. This mini PC will handle anything you throw at it, from general office applications, web browsing, playing AAA PC games, 4K video editing, desktop publishing, and lots more. Great specifications, great performance, great design, and it's upgradable, so future-proof too. Now with all that being said, I will leave the links in the description box so you guys can check this product out for yourself. That's all for this video. Don't forget to like and sub. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.